Hey, howdy, hey, partners. Welcome back to Trippy Commentaries. Thanks for checking out the episode. I'm RJ. Are you crazy? You're fishing out there? Watch out for old Red-Eyed Jack, the hungriest gator in the swamp. Normally, when we're playing Red Dead Redemption 2, we're looking at some of the best secret locations in the game. What? Think that goat just tried to feed us to Jack. Well, today, we're going to look at the 5 worst secret locations in all of Red Dead Redemption 2. Starting off here next to LaGras. So there's a trail that leads you right back towards Blue Water Marsh. Instead, if you follow the trail, it'll lead you to Alligator Island. I don't like to come down here. A lot of times I'll get eaten by accident. But there is a secret you can find, and it goes completely unsolved. And because of that, it's kind of a disappointment. All 5 of these locations are disappointing for their own reason. But here you can find Martha's grave. Now, when I first came across it, I thought it was going to be a huge discovery. You can see a couple pictures on there. There's really nothing to collect. An apple and some booze. But other than that, there's really nothing else to do here at this secret location. It's pretty hard to find. And if you're like me, you got eaten a few times on the way. But if you get a closer look, there's one thing I can point out about Martha's grave, because we don't know who she is, where she lived. I mean, was she out here in the swamp? So we'll switch up into photo mode so we can get a closer view. If you look at the bottom of the grave, that's where it says, "In loving remembrance of Martha, wife of Oswald Hall." Now, I've looked everywhere for Oswald. I've never seen him before. Let me know if you found him. Up here, there's 2 photos. We'll turn down the blur strength so we can get a much clearer view. The picture on the left is interesting. There is a snake around Martha's neck. And of course, there is a hidden snake that is dead in a tree. That one is massive. I'm not sure if there's any connection, but it definitely stands out that there's a snake in the photo. Maybe she's some sort of snake charmer. And then on the right, that picture looks familiar. There's a shoelace on the corner, flowers. There's more detail on this grave than any other in the game. It's got to be the most mysterious grave found out here on a random island with gators surrounding it. I always thought it would lead to something big, maybe another character. Perhaps we can find Oswald. But we'd never have seen Oswald Hall, and the grave goes completely unsolved. That is why it's one of the worst secret locations in the game for sure, hidden on its own island and everything. But there are 4 even worse secret locations. I'll meet you at number 2. We're out here in grizzly territory, Lucky. Hopefully your name is true and you do not get eaten. So here, next to the Inn in Amberino, you can find a random hut. You'll think maybe somebody lives here. There's got to be something good to collect. But when you enter it, the only thing here is a raven. I mean, there's a few things that you can grab, nothing too special. The one thing you'll notice is the mysterious liquid. That has got to be something that maybe upgrades your stamina, perhaps prevents hair loss, gin and juice. It's got to be something good. You drink the mysterious liquid, because why wouldn't you? And it doesn't take long before you notice John or Arthur is blacked out. Are they drizzunk? Are they tripping? Waking up after taking ayahuasca? What is going on here? Well, I couldn't even tell you. I don't think anything happens. You can go back in the hut. Nobody's there. The raven's still there. But nothing really changes. You can only drink the mysterious liquid one time. It doesn't let you drink it again. So, you think it might be making some sort of alteration to your body. Perhaps penis enlargement. I don't know. It's got to do something. But to this day, we have no idea if this mysterious liquid does anything. For all we know, it could just be water. Raven, you have to know something. It goes unsolved, or in this case, just disappointing. Definitely one of the worst secret locations in the game. Let's move on to number 3. Here we are at Lake Oangila, hanging out with the 5-star beavers. The next location is extremely difficult to find. From far away, it's going to look like 5 random trees. Nothing will really stand out. But upon closer inspection, That is when you'll notice the faces in the trees. Here's number 1. He's got a pretty sweet mustache. Number 2, I think is a tiki head. Number 3, number 4, looks to be some sort of Native American. And then the last one right here, number 5. So I don't know if it's meant to represent 5 different people, important people in American history maybe, perhaps 5 different groups. But I've come here at night, different times of the day, to see if anything would happen underneath the full moon, first thing in the morning. But there's nothing to collect. And one thing I did notice is that 2 of the faces are identical. This guy right here, if you look at the face exactly across from him, that seems to be the same exact dude. So you'd think it's 5 different faces, maybe 5 different people. Instead, 2 of them are either twins or the exact same guy. Let's head to location number 4. We're back here in the swamp. You gotta watch out for gators and also anybody who lives here. A lot of these secret locations you have to go off the path. Well, this one is no different. You can find a shack way back here, and there seems to be a friendly face. Some guy's just hanging out.
Hello, mister.
Hey, what's happening?
You must be real.
Somebody told me to come back here. I guess he wants to play Scrabble or Monopoly.
So, you hungry, huh? I got food.
I am kind of hungry. Now that you mention it, you might be wondering, how can these secret locations get even worse? Well, this one's pretty bad. I'll turn it up.
Now come here. Don't you hate old Sonny now? Don't hate him. What? Oh, you struggled. And you lost. But it was quite a tussle, I tell you. Quite a tussle, my pet. See? Friendship ain't so tough.
Run away, Arthur! No! Well, after that encounter, Arthur Morgan will never be the same. And you can even save it for John Marston. Both of them will be scarred for life. Who knows what happened? Maybe they really are just playing Monopoly. But Arthur wakes up, not in a bed, no breakfast in bed, nothing like that. Instead, he wakes up in the mud. Let us never talk about this secret location ever again. Let's get out of here. I'll meet you at the final secret location. This one is extremely disappointing. So here we are, the worst secret location in Red Dead Redemption 2. Let me explain. When you first approach it, you'll notice the window open on the second floor. So of course you're going to go in. There's some perfectly placed boxes you can jump up, do some exploring. Get up there, Arthur. Seems to be maybe a haunted house. And then when you peek in the window, the man-made mutant will be staring right back at you. It's pretty freaky. And at first you might think it's one of the best secret locations in the game. I mean, look at that. There's a man-bear-pig. There's a boar head. I don't know what's going on there. Who would make this thing? Well, if you look within the game code of Red Dead Redemption 2, the man-made mutant is something that can be animated, so it can actually come alive and attack us. And that is what I wanted to happen. It could have been the final boss of the Undead Nightmare Part 2. That makes it pretty freaky, guys. The fact that it could come alive at any moment. Imagine if you see it move, maybe wink at you, snort, do something. Why would they put this in the game? Make it to where it can be animated, walk around, but it never does. Are they waiting to unveil it? Maybe there's something that we never triggered. A secret somewhere in the game. It's got this contraption right next to it. The only other place you can find it is at Marco Dragic's factory. He brought the robot to life using a similar device. So that's probably why the man-made mutant here can also come alive, but never has. And that is why it is extremely disappointing. Arthur, what do you have to say about this? Let's go ahead and check out his inspection. Whoa, there's another letter. Not only is it animals, but you can tell it's part human as well. Maybe it's got a human brain. You can do the inspection as Arthur. And let's see what he draws. It's got a little bit of Bob Ross in him. And I thought I knew folks with strange hobbies. Let me know what you guys think. I really hope you enjoyed the episode. The 5 worst secret locations in Red Dead Redemption 2. We got another video coming out soon, so don't forget to sub, hit the notification bell. Let me know if you guys have any more terrible secret locations in the game. And maybe one day, the man-made mutant will come to life. We'll catch you in the live stream later on tonight. Until then, stay tuned and stay trippy, my friends. We got the dynamite on the mutant. Y'all come back now, you hear?